We're going to make a logger pro graph using our data from our Rubens Tube class experiment. So you have your data, so you're going to just copy the numbers, not the headings, just the numbers. So go edit, copy, go over to Logger Pro, and then you're going to go edit, paste. The data comes here, and you're going to two-finger click and go auto scale. I had to go auto scale from 0 if possible to see what it looks like. It sounds nice to see that. There's a dot up here. We can just come over and just drag the axis. You can see how nice it is just to change the axis a little bit. You can drag it even more if you want to get down to see 100. But I think that looks a little nicer there, and it gives us this. We have X and Y. So we're just going to double click on X. And we're going to write in our name. Our name for our X was frequency. Our short name will be the symbol, which is F. The units are kilohertz. It puts a short name there because frequency doesn't fit in the column, but you can see down here it labels it properly. We're going to do the same thing for Y. This was wavelength. This was lambda. Notice that Logger Pro has built-in superscripts, subscripts, and the Greek alphabet for us. We'll just go down here and choose lambda. And their units were centimeters today. Done. Also, that goes here. Logger Pro nicely does uncertainties for us, or error bars. So let's double click this again. We could have did it right away, but I want to do one thing at a time for us. Options, error bar calculations, and our uncertainty we said was maybe 0.1 kilohertz. Maybe it should be 0.2 actually. I'm gonna go 0.2. I think 0.1 is a bit small for the way that was going. Ooh, maybe that's a bit big. Okay, 0.01. Do I have this right? No, because I had my numbers wrong earlier. It was like that. Let's try 0.2. That's better. And wavelength, we said about a centimeter. The minimum reading would have been 0.5 millimeter, but trying to find the actual spot of the fires and noticing that the fires are about 1 centimeter apart, we definitely can't measure to nearest 0.5 millimeter. That's just not realistic. That is the limit of uncertainty according to our meter stick, but real life is bigger than that. Notice that even though it was 1 whole centimeter, the error bar is small. Now that we have error bars, we can turn off what are called point protectors or point symbols. Those are little circles to make the dots easier for us to see. We're going to come up here and choose curve fit. There's a list of things here, and if you want, you could just try different things like this blindly and hope to get lucky. This one looks okay, but curving up doesn't make sense. I know that this is an inverse function, so I'm going to come down here to inverse. That's for my prediction. Try fit, and move this out of the way. Move this little bar, let's make this line go a bit longer, let's extrapolate a little bit, it looks a little nicer. Ooh. Looks okay, but to be honest, not great. Not as great as it could be. So I'm going to try another graph, just see if it can look better. That's one I tried earlier. Ooh, gorgeous. It's hard to see 2 black lines, so I'm just going to double click this, appearance, and I'm going to choose to give this another color. Let's make this one teal. And let's make this one blue. Actually, I'll go back and make this one red. So I think that the red one, I can delete this one if I want to. The red one does look better. It matches the data better, but the function should be an inverse. It's something that you could talk about in your evaluation. Remember also, this is still untitled, so we just save our file. File, save. Make sure you know where you're saving it to. I'm saving it to my Rubens Tube folder, as you can see. Grade 10, side, dash, Rubens Tube, frequency, verse wavelength graph. So it's a descriptive title. We can also, we want to put the title inside here, or you can copy and paste that, and we can do that later. So you'll just copy, don't take a screenshot, just go edit, copy. You'll take an actual copy of the graph, which is much better than taking a snip or a screenshot. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.